John, a big win at Wigan. Just put it into words for us.
Yeah, I think the performance was excellent. I thought we thoroughly deserved to go in at half-time 2-1 up. And yeah, I think the red card changed the game, probably more in Wigan's favour, if anything, because we need to deal with those things a bit better. But I thought it meant that Wigan had the sort of nothing to lose. They pressed us a bit higher. It obviously meant they were slightly better. Well, they were a bit more exposed at the back, and we had a couple of chances we didn't put away. But I thought we showed a lot of good qualities today, coming from behind, playing some really good football to go 2-1 up, scoring a set piece, and ultimately, hanging on in there. I didn't feel they created a huge amount, but just grinding out a result, which was absolutely fantastic to come away here and to take 3 points from what I think are a really decent side, whose league position is completely false, and I think they'll do well this year with the players they've got littered with Championship players. I'd be really, really happy for the lads.
You said during the week you had time to get work into the players, so how pleasing is it to see it come off here today? And just as well, what's the most pleasing element of today?
It's tough to know what the most pleasing element is, but apart from the win, but yeah, I thought the control, we controlled the game for large parts. Wigan were a really good side in possession, and that was difficult for us. They actually played completely differently from the way we prepared, and that's part of football. They changed the way they played. The left back played right back, and Sessegnon came on at left back. Or started the game at left back, so it's tough. We have to make sure that we adapt to that. They changed the way they played in the middle of the park, and I think that's credit to the lads. I think it's a nice compliment. We're getting a lot of that. We ultimately we prepare for the way teams are going to play, but we know what happens if they do change their shape, and also we're really secure in what we want to do in possession as well. And in possession, I thought there were some really, really bright moments, and we created quite a few chances in the first half. In terms of what's the most pleasing aspect, I thought a couple of individual performances that were really, really up there. We've obviously got the goal scorers who are doing interviews now. I thought Connor Shaughnessy was outstanding, and I thought Jack Sparks, coming back from the adversity of the goal last week and maybe taking a bit of a confidence knock. I thought he was really, really good today. He came up against Humphreys, who's I think is an excellent player. Not only does he provide everything going forward, Sparksy, but I thought he was really, really solid at the back. Competed, aerially was good, worked hard. Those two just sort of stand out for me at the minute.
What did you make of the reaction to going 1-0 down?
It was just calm. You're going to go 1-0 down at times during the season, and the really important thing is not to panic and stick to the game plan, and not all of a sudden go, right, we have to change the way that we're going to play completely. Really important for us to manage that and make sure that we don't think, okay, we need to do something different, we need to do something other than what we've been working on. So I felt I felt like we were in control. The goal wasn't ideal. We addressed it at half time, very, very happy that the lads just stayed calm, stayed in control, and came in 2-1 up at half time.
You touched on individual performances before. Paddy Lane got his third goal in as many games. What do you put his recent form down to? Himself, really, his own work rate and what he does off the main. I'm not saying the right way, but away from training. So, Paddy works extremely hard. He's not the only one. Plenty of players are working extremely hard on their extras, and one of the things that we wanted to improve with Paddy was his finishing, and he does work incredibly hard on that. He's got his programme that Zesh puts together and doesn't let him off when we have extra time after training, along with, to be fair, the majority of the boys there. The only ones sometimes I tell them to go in to save their legs, but Pad's put a huge amount of work into that, and he's come back very, very fit and at it from what was a blip pre-season in terms of the injury. He wouldn't have wanted to have that pre-season, and you've seen I think the results and the reward that he's getting now, and really, really pleased for him. Marlon Pat was on the receiving end of that red card challenge. He looks like he maybe took a bit of a knock. How's he doing?
I don't know. I think he's turned his ankle in the challenge under the weight of the challenge. Obviously for Marlon to come off, we know that it's going to be something serious, or it's going to be something that's really impeding him on the day. He wasn't quite sure how it's going to settle down. That's really important for us now to see what happens over the next couple of days, because he's been such an excellent performer this season. A bit unfortunate there. We'll see how it settles down and go from there.
1,500 Pompey fans here today. What did you make of the away end?
I mean, it was amazing. Again, it feels like to my left, it feels like there's thousands. The noise they make, I could hear them in the tunnel before the game as we're coming out. And yeah, it's a wet, dreary afternoon here up north, and they've come and they've been rewarded with a result. I thought they were rewarded with large parts of a really good performance, and they were absolutely amazing. You see the reaction towards the end. When I was a player, I never really heard it. You didn't really pay too much attention, but when you're sat there and you can just hear them relentlessly going and driving the lads on, it makes a huge difference. So yeah, really pleased for all of those that got that long trip back.
And you and the team have got a long trip back. There's going to be a lot happier, I'm guessing.
It always is. It always is. When you come up, and these are big trips, and we came a long way up the motorway yesterday. There was a load of traffic. Got here late. Or later than we expected, and yeah, the boys just get on with it. It's not a problem. We've got a nice coach, and we stay in nice places. So it's part of the Football League season. It is a relentless grind, and you've got to keep going and not make any excuses.
Yeah, September has had a few mammoth treks up north, but that's it done with now. How do you reflect on the month overall?
I mean, thrilled with the outcome of what we've done. I thought we played some really good sides that will definitely be up there. I think that Wigan will be very solid this season as well. Peterborough, a side who were really good attacking threat. Derby, obviously, are one of the promotion favourites as well. So you're really pleased with the application, the fact that we haven't used any of the sort of difficulties and adversities as an excuse, and we've gone again and picked up results, and that's the most important thing.